I'll have him back in
So, you were saying that you don't really like this game.
Just had dinner with my ex.
So this
after
week
saving
we
her
are
from
playing,
mass
this is
criminals.
Marvel's Spider-Man. This is
Now
the
I'm gonna go
PC
beat up a
edition,
maniac
which
who
just
uses
became
shockwaves to rob
available.
people.
We're from
What a
mygamer.com.
perfectly
You can
normal
follow
life
us
you
at
have, Peter Parker.
mygamer.com, me on Twitter at ZachGaz, ZACKGAZ. And this was one of the few games on PlayStation that I've platinumed that's not like a simple $5-10 game that I've gotten for review. So like for a full $60 full AAA release, yeah, I got everything in this game. I platinumed it when it came out on PlayStation, like what was it, maybe a couple years ago or something like that. But
Captain,
yeah, I mean,
got
like
eyes on a
it's
Fisk
a
construction site where
fun
equipment's
game
covered
in
in
terms
dust.
of being Spider-Man. I think it's like the best
That's my bet. I'm gonna take a
feeling
closer look.
Spider-Man game. Like, just web swinging, I think feels really good. I like the speed when you swing here. It'll let you fight a bunch of guys here at one time. But this is a 30 to 40 hour game. But out of the 30 to 40 hour, like this should have been a 8-hour to 10-hour game because it is incredibly repetitive. You do the exact same missions over and over and over again. Even it's like the exact same animations for these missions. And until you just, you get the story beats, and then there's like just a ton of side missions, and all the side missions are the same. Like, hey, stop the car, go take a picture of this, climb the building. There's just some random muggers on the street. Like, that's fine, but like there is very little mission variety, or the mission variety, I should say, is fine. But when you do everything 40 times in a few hours, there's a problem there. So you'll start to see it if this is the first time playing it. And, when this game first came out, like, oh, it's got, 9 out of 10s and really great reviews. I'm like, this is one of the most repetitive games that I've played in a long time. How does nobody see this?
For the most part, I just really like Insomniac games. Like the Ratchet & Clank games, I really like. The Resistant games were fine.
Yeah, I didn't play a lot of Resistance. I played like a couple of the Ratchet games on PlayStation 2. I'm familiar with their work. I'm not super familiar with their work. I guess I'm more familiar with like Naughty Dog or something, I guess I'd say. But yeah, I mean, again, it's like I feel like it's a really good start, and it just why you don't have to pad it out so much. Like, you'll start to see it, like I said, if you put a few more hours into this.
Oh, no, I mean, there's already, like, I wouldn't say it's a pacing problem, but, like, that there's repetitiveness to it.
Wait, don't tell me. They're hiding drugs in the concrete mix.
One of the first things they did say is like, oh, go pick up these backpacks. They're all over the city. Or no, it's you unlock the police towers, and there's like 16 of them. Which, okay, yeah, it's cool. The entire city's like unlocked right away once you start the game, so that's cool. But the problem is that like you unlock those, and then it's like, oh, okay, go get all of your backpacks. And it's just like one little fucking thing after another. That it's like, oh, go collect this, go collect, because I was like doing backpacks, and now it's like, oh, now what we want you to do is go take pictures of famous landmarks. And it's like, dude, I just went around collecting backpacks.
Like, even this fight is I think is a little long. Like, how many, would you fight 50 guys by now? Like, this is a crazy long fight.
I did think that whatever these are, hideouts or whatever.
These just, thugs with their laser swords, and then you might die, and then you got to do it all over again.
You don't
if
have
you
to
die
do
in
it
the
all
middle.
over again. They start with the last wave that you unlock.
You don't mess with the Kingpin and live.
So that is at least cool. But
yeah, I feel like it's very Assassin's Creed-y. Assassin's Creed is like, okay, here's the world, but go to the 1 to 2 checkpoints that the game gives you right off the bat, and then that just opens up more check marks to go there, do the thing, and then that's it. But like the thing that you do is always going to be the same. It's like, go in the hideout, kill a bunch of guys, and then you get like rewarded if you can take them all out silently. Like you swing them up, or you sling them up, you web them up.
Oh, and I had 2 guys left, and
You have 2 guys left, and you just died. Let's see how well it will it. Where will it start you back? Oh, wave 1 of 6.
awesome.
See, you got to play the whole thing over again, and you died with 2 guys left. Like, that's so frustrating. Like, it doesn't need to be, like, adding more guys to that fight doesn't make it more fun. It makes it more tedious.
Yeah,
like,
I'd rather fight.
Yeah, instead of giving me 50 idiot guys to fight that hit me in the back with cheap shots, let me fight 6 guys that are, like, stronger. And
Yeah,
you know,
I would rather fight like 10 better pace guys.
Yep, there's your backpack.
And then there's a what the fuck?
You need directions?
Beautiful.
It's the same fucking picture I had just taken.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta like take a picture from a different angle. I remember there was one, like, you gotta take a picture of the prison from like across the water. And like that took me a while. Like I was like, I'm taking a picture of it. Why is this not working? And that took me a while. But yeah, see, like this right here, just swinging through the city, like,
Yeah,
it looks
this
cool,
is what
it feels
I've had
cool.
a lot of
like,
fun.
Yeah, that's just
And
fun
then
to just
what's
be
really
Spider-Man.
cool is when you get really close to like street level.
Yeah.
That's when it feels, and it looks really good.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
this is a PC port. One of the things that they added was ray tracing, which my computer, in theory, can handle. And it does, and it's perfectly fine. The problem is that the longer that you leave ray tracing on, the worse your frame rate gets.
Attention units. We've got
So,
reports
to the
of
point that,
armed
like,
Requesting officers on
if I
scene
left
and
ray tracing on for an hour and a half, 2 hours,
around the lab.
the game would just, like, chug to, like, stop.
Don't worry, Doc. I make
Yeah, I
a
mean,
point
they
not to leave anything
recommended
there.
when this game came
But I
out that
know
you
my
play it on
friend appreciates
PlayStation
you
4
looking out for
Pro.
him. There's a lot of
I
people
only
who
had a
don't like him
regular
very
PlayStation
much.
4 at the time, and I thought it was like fine. You know, it still was, you know, really cool looking game. But this, other than getting ran over by a frickin' elevated train,
Captain,
and then it puts you
I've
back
got
here,
eyes
like
on a
that's
Fisk
where the
construction
checkpoint
site,
was.
and their equipment's covered in dust.
So like you were on the other side of the city,
That's my bet. I'm
but
gonna
yet
take a
it put
closer
you at a
look.
checkpoint. Way, you know, that was
Hey, Doc, I'm back.
8 minutes ago.
I was saying my
Yeah.
friend appreciates your support. He's got
Yeah, there
quite a
is
few
there is
detractors.
some weird technical stuff going on.
Yeah, there's technical stuff. I mean, it's a like this, like I said, it feels good when you swing, whether you're high up, whether you get close to the
Said a
ground.
mouthful, Doc.
It just
Take
feels
care.
right. But then, just like from the mission standpoint, man, I had a lot of problems with this game.
I can definitely see that. So it's a decent game, maybe not $60.
Incident is active near Long Acre. Over.
Is your
Yeah,
feeling?
it's not. No, I mean, it's like I like. It should be a $60 game. I mean, it kind of like has to be because it's got the Marvel. It has the license in there. Like they wouldn't release a budget Spider-Man game. Like that just wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, yeah, it like has to be $60. But my complaint is like it's not as good of a game that everybody thinks it is. It's not this 10 out of 10. It's not this 9 out of 10 game. You know, there's some very obvious problems with it. Still fun. Don't get me wrong. Still fun.
You
still
platinumed
playable.
it.
You know, I platinumed it because I got to a point where when I beat the final boss, because then, you know, when you beat the story and everything, then you can go back, you can do all the side missions, get all the stuff that you missed. And by that point, I only had, you know, like a dozen things left to do. And I was like, screw it, I'll just go back and grind for the last 3 hours just to get the stupid platinum, which I did. I think like the last thing I had to do was find all like the thugs, which like aren't on the map until you just swing around, and then they show up. So they're not like clearly defined, they're not marked on the map, so you just have to tediously like swing around till you see them. But
Okay.
I did that for a few hours when the game was done. I was like, I am done with this game. I don't ever want to play it again.
Okay, so it's a good once through.
It's a good once through, and you don't even have to finish it. Like, as soon as you start to get bored, and as soon as like the repetition sets in, my advice is just stop. You don't have to go any farther. You know, wait for the Wolverine game that's going to come out in a year or two. Like, that would be
Or
my...
the next Spider-Man game.
Yeah, because I didn't play Miles Morales because I was like, it's probably just going to be this game all over again, just with like new of the same mission type. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. But yeah, because the next thing Insomniac is working on is the new Wolverine game, and I'm a huge Wolverine fan, so that I'm really excited about. And so we'll see how well they handle
Try
that.
and guess how I feel about bullets.
I think the next one coming out is literally just called Spider-Man 2.
Could be.
Yeah, they're doing a
I'm
sequel
sure
to this, not Miles Morales.
they're not. Oh yeah. They're not. Yeah, that was just kind of like a spin-off thing. But yeah, they're not gonna Insomniac, Marvel. They're not gonna sit on a Spider-Man license because this thing just prints money. So you know that we'll be seeing a lot more of Spider-Man in the future in games for sure.
All right. So for this week, I've been Gilman.
You've been Gilman, and I've been at Zach Gaz on Twitter, ZACKGAZ, and we run a website called mygamer.com. Go there because we are covering the games that no other website, no other outlet is covering. So if you like the more obscure stuff, be sure to give us a follow, check us out, put us in your bookmarks. And until next time, thank you for watching, and game on.